Hi there, this is Misha Flinger back with a quick mediation update and regarding the email sent out by WSD, this time regarding costing. In the email, WSD claimed that WEA refused to cost out our proposals. We want to make a pushback to that statement. It's not entirely the case. The issue we've been having is actually understanding the true cost of things. An example is we asked the district to give us the cost per employee, say, for example, a teacher at the district. How much does it cost on average to hire and retain an employee, a teacher at the district per year? The first number we got back was about 130,000. So we asked them to break down that number for us. Where does all those costs come from? How much of it is salary? How much of it is benefits? When we asked them to do that, they come back again with a different number, 120,000. And again, we asked the same question. Show us your details, show us your math so we can really understand this. And finally, they came back with the most recent number, which is 109,000. So the issue here is that we can't really do costs if we're not certain about the validity of the numbers. We keep getting different rates, right? We keep getting different numbers. And the more we try to dig into the details of the numbers, the more those numbers change. So again, we feel like it's really disingenuous of the district to accuse us of refusing to cost out our proposals when we don't have the information we need to make adequate costing estimates. The other thing we want to point out in regards to this is the end balance of the budget for the school district, okay? Now, every year, the district has a budget, and whatever they don't spend is the end balance. Basically, what that is that's the budget, that's the money that rolls over into the next year, right? It's generally talked about also as a reserve in case something goes wrong next year budgetary and they have some wiggle room financially. So this year they started off with $14 million rolling over from the previous year. This isn't their budget. This is the money they started off the year with that rolls over into the new budget. So it says right here that the beginning fund balance, right, that's the money that they started off from the previous year that wasn't spent, was 17% of the total revenue. Then, in a preceding article from their budget, from the budget page, you can find us on the district website, it says that it's their policy to maintain a fund cash balance between 5 and 10% of the total adopted general fund reserves. Well, if their adopted budget for this year is 83 million, right, the reserve is 14 million, there's a big discrepancy there, right? 10% of 83 million is 8.3 million. Right? That's a pretty long ways away from 14 million. Assuming even if we go, that's 10%, that's the maximum recommended reserve. If we go to the minimum recommended reserve, that's almost 3 times, right? 5% of 83 million is about 4.5 million, right? So that's almost 5 times, right? The reserve is almost 5 times more than the minimum recommended reserve. So there's a lot of wiggle room there, right? There's a lot of money that we could utilize in addressing some of the issues that we've been talking about, some of the issues that we would like addressed as a union. So there is space, right? There is finances that should be made available to address some of these issues, and we would like to see the districts begin to utilize those all that extra money they have to start addressing some of these really pressing issues, right? Issues like a lack of teachers, issues like competitive pay, substitutes, coordinators for the dual language program. So to that end, again, we would love to see more collaboration and discussion about this on the district's end, right? Why is the reserve so big? If the recommended is 5 to 10%, why are you at 14%, right? It's a big difference. So, sorry, it wasn't even 14, it was 17%. That's what they said. So sorry about that. So once again, thanks for watching. Check out the